What's up, YouTube? It's Team Blackjack. We're here again with Shoulder Patrick, and today I'm gonna show you guys my list for pendulums that I took 22nd with the Kentucky Regional. So it's pretty standard in a lot of regards, except I'm still playing the 60 cards, regardless of what Triff says. I don't want to play 12 pendulum monsters and 30 spells. That just feels like a bad idea. So Chronograph is our first extender. He gets you into Time Gazer and the rest of the Magician lineup. Reherb, pretty standard. One of each of these. This is Spell Trap Removal. That's Recursion. That's pretty much it for the Magicians, other than Pen Call. 3 Dragons, 1 Donut. 2 Curtain Raiser. 3 of the best/worst card in the entire deck. He does absolutely nothing unless I'm playing against Orcust, and then this fat boy just sits on the field and banishes Topologic for 5,800 damage. Did it twice at the regional, although the man recording killed me through it anyway.
Yeah, of course.
Jackal, the anti-Nibiru card, he's just, he's the negator. You search Jackal off of Cerberus, summon. It's a way into Electromite. If you have Chronograph in hand, when you activate Cerberus, then immediately after Cerberus resolves, you can summon Chronograph and Jackal. So then you only need a normal summon. You've already got your negate on field. So that's very important to remember because most people don't think about that. The 1 Garuda, it's just another version of MST because I want to play as much in-engine back row removal as possible so I don't have to sacrifice deck space to it. Also, you can remove 3 counters to compulse a summon on your opponent's turn and play this guy from your hand. I've only done it once, but it was hilarious. 3 more copies of MST, not necessarily searchable, but it's also Exiled Force. This card is amazing. It's a solid high scale. You can recur it every turn for another 1-for-1 trade by pen summoning it back out, and you play it and they have to respond to it. You're either popping a back row or they're negating it with something. 3 Servant, because she's like the best extender in the deck. You play her, you play cards, your opponent either responds to her or they just lose because she facilitates the entire pendulum combo herself. 2 copies of the big Endymion. This guy is amazing at breaking boards going second. You just play your Jackals and your Servants and everything else to get spell counters. Drop this guy in the pendulum zone, and most people don't have spell trap negation to respond to. They're set up to stop the monsters, so he just blows up the whole board. 2 Magical Abductors. That's corner guy. Don't demonetize us, Yu-Gi-Oh!
We can't make money. We don't have enough subscribers or watch time.
Shh, the future doesn't know that.
Okay, just keep talking. 2
copies of Abductor. I was playing 3 of her and 1 more Purple Poison and Black Fang, but I cut them all to add a card I'll show you guys in a minute. She's a good scale. She's a level 4. She makes a lot of plays, and she searches and holds spell counters. So she's just very helpful, sometimes extender. And then these are all of the necessary combo pieces that are one-ofs, of course. Sloth to lock out the extra deck, Aether for removal and synchro summoning, Spell Canceller, stops Dark Ruler, and wins the Striker matchup on his own. I have Pen Summon and then just normaled this guy and had a Striker player concede. And Destrudo is self-explanatory for Guard Dragon and Synchros. Alright, and then we get into the spell cards. Triple Desires. It activates spell counters, gets you an additional card. No brainer. Triple Spell Power Mastery. This searches out either Little Endymion or Big Endymion, places a spell counter on all the cards on your field. It's just consistency. 3 Dragon Shrine, 1 Foolish.
More Dark Worms.
Yeah, you just need as many copies of Dark Worm as possible. Triple Allure, because the majority of the card or monsters in this deck are dark, so this just lets you see further in and decide which skills are important to keep and which ones aren't. Triple Duelist Alliance. It lets me add Pen Call, and if I need it, the Time Pendulum Graph, which this card, having both of these up can honestly win the game on its own because I can remove 3 of your cards at the cost of 1 of mine over 2 turns. So it's really big, and also it outs floodgates, and the send effect even ignores almost all protection because it's non-targeting send. And then finally, I put in 3 Called by the Grave on the drive there because I figured it's a spell card, it's going to add more counters, and it just gives me more protection against hand traps. And it was honestly incredibly useful. You'd think you wouldn't see it enough in the 60 card deck, but I saw it just enough. You know, it showed up when I needed it, and I never really bricked on it. So for the side deck, I played 3 Dark Ruler No More. The only time I ever saw it, it was irrelevant by that point. Probably going to cut it. Triple Denko Sekka, never leaving the side deck. Normal summoned it, pen summoned, punched a striker player for game. It's hilarious. Triple Lava Golem. You can't play Nibiru and Pendulums because if you have Nibiru on your side of the field, you can't activate Dark Worm or Curtain Raiser. And I have a lot of ways to see those 2 cards, so this cuts down my combo potential a lot. But you can play Lava Golem, bounce it back with Vortex, and then Lava Golem them a second time. Because unlike Sphere Mode, he's not actually a normal summon, he just prevents you from normal summoning. Triple Evenly, because this is, it's just an answer to big boards. You know, you can out back row or extensive combos with it. And then, of course, Triple Red Reboot, because nobody likes traps. And finally, the extra deck, Electromite, of course, the Guard Dragon combo. He summons him.
God, dude,
and then they all make the hieratic seal.
You know what, this man's really clean. I think I'm gonna keep it. I'm just like, oh, bro, don't mess with my heart like that.
So the new combo with Spell Canceller requires these 2. So you sink into this guy and you Foolish Burial Spell Canceller. You make him attach to, and that summons Spell Canceller out of the grave. And then you use Hieratic Seal to tribute itself off during your opponent's turn to put a card back, and you summon out Aether. So because he's level 2 by sending Spell Canceller, you can sink him and Aether
Or $8 a piece.
for Savage Dragon.
Yeah, not 24.
Which gives you it's another big body, it's another negate, so then that leaves you Vortex, Savage, and Spell Canceller on the field. So you have double negate, and you've completely turned off spell cards. And then these are all the Plan B cards. So that's obviously amazing against Orcust and it can hurt Salad, but it shuts down Orcust. This guy is honestly, I've just been playing around with him because I haven't had a need for Cowboy, and I have used him to recur resources, and then you just link him and whatever else you had into Appaloosa. She is the biggest Plan B of the deck, because if you get Nibiru'd or just hand trapped or whatever and just stopped in your combo, you just summon a bunch of monsters, make it Appaloosa, and pass, and that'll usually hold you for at least a turn. Beat Cop is just another generic link 2 for arrows, important for pendulum summoning. Don Dragster is, he's just the basic negator. I forgot to rarity bump it, and I still haven't bothered to go get the one out of my 10s. And, yeah. Kills people.
Last words?
I've got a lot of rank 4s in
I don't
here.
care. Summon Shockmaster, goodbye.